What's going on, guys? So we have some more Birds of Prey movie casting news for you, and that is that Renee Montoya has been cast with Rosie Perez. Now, this was a very interesting casting because, one, I think it's a good casting, but I didn't think that they were going to go with an older woman for Renee Montoya. I thought they were going to keep the whole cast pretty young because, you know, that's kind of what they're going with, and that's why a lot of women, kind of like, you know, Catherine Winnick, who I thought would have been the perfect Black Canary, was not going to be considered because they wanted to go way younger with these roles. Rosie Perez is 54, where a lot of the other women are in their 20s or 30s, and so I thought it was just very interesting that they're going to go with this choice. I mean, she is an Academy Award nominee, so, you know, she knows she can act and she's going to be awesome. Also, she's been in some really good movies before, and yeah, so I think she's going to be a totally great actress for Renee Montoya. And it's cool that they're going to go with like a grizzly veteran, is what I'm assuming they're going to use. Is she's going to be the one that's probably going to keep the other girls in line because, you know, they're probably younger, they're probably going to be off the wall. She's going to be, you know, I've seen a lot of things, you know, you guys got to listen to me if we're going to save this child or whatever. So it's going to be kind of cool. But again, I am just kind of surprised with the castings in this movie. Again, I think Rosie Perez is a solid freaking choice, and I think she's going to do an amazing job. But I'm surprised they didn't go with somebody like Michelle Rodriguez, especially if they weren't trying to go with age. Unless they were planning on casting a very older woman to play Renee Montoya, then I understand why, because, you know, Michelle Rodriguez is still kind of, I think she's in her 30s or something like that. But the cool thing about Michelle Rodriguez is she has come out as bisexual, and with Renee Montoya being an outed lesbian in the comic books, I think that would have been a really solid choice. And if you've ever seen Michelle Rodriguez in any of her movies, you know she's a hard ass, and that is what Renee Montoya is on the GCPD. So I think that would have just been a perfect casting. Also, she would have been closer to the age range of all the other women in the casting, and you could have just made multiple movies over the next few amount of years if they wanted to keep doing that. So again, just kind of surprised by the actual casting here. Maybe they don't want Renee Montoya to continue to be in any sequels if this series is even going to have sequels, which I think it would. I'm pretty sure they would end up bringing in Batgirl at one point because it would be weird to have a Birds of Prey movie without Batgirl, which is still kind of weird in this instance. But this movie is looking pretty awesome. I know a lot of people aren't happy with the Black Canary casting, but I don't really care at this point. I just want to see a badass movie. It is going to be rated R, so this is going to be our first DC movie that is rated R. Not talking about Watchmen. I know a lot of people are going to bring that up, but I'm talking about in the DCEU, you know, freaking universe right now. So this is going to be pretty interesting. I just wanted to bring you guys this news that Rosie Perez has been cast as Renee Montoya. So we basically have everybody but Cassandra Cain cast in this movie. Alongside, we don't have Black Mask yet, which is supposed to be the rumored villain for the movie. So now we're only waiting on Cassandra Cain and Black Mask to be cast in this movie. Also, one more thing is Renee Montoya in the comic books eventually went on to be the female Question, or just the Question. And so if they would have cast Michelle Rodriguez, they could have possibly had a spin-off and done a Question movie, which would have been pretty dope. I don't think we'll ever get a Question movie. I think we'll probably get a Question show. That'll be the best thing we're ever gonna get. But they could have had that possibility, or she could have used that freaking, you know, costume in here when she's fighting with all these other vigilantes. She's like, you know what, just put on my Question mask. Boom! That would have been pretty dope, but I think they're just going to stay with the grizzly detective veteran in Rosie Perez, aka Renee Montoya, in this movie. So yeah, I don't know. A lot of possibilities. We're just going to see what happens. Just wanted guys to let you know that this Birds of Prey movie is moving forward. It's supposed to start filming in January, and everything's looking like it's going pretty smoothly. And I can't wait till we start seeing these people in costumes and stuff like that. Anyways, guys, I've been putting out a whole bunch of videos lately. Do go check them out right here. Give them some love. Also, hit that subscribe button for all things nerdy and geeky on this channel. As always, I'm your host, JUICEbox. Remember, when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself something. Have I had my daily dose of juice? See you guys next time. Bye!